This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Oh, you know I'm back, and we're going to talk, because this is Big Tyme Rants, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty and go over some of the stuff. Is Tony Khan the Oprah of professional wrestling, or is he just bad at booking? We're going to discuss that. What's the news with CM Punk? Lots of news coming out. Continuous talk back and forth. Is Punk in? Is Punk out? Everybody talking about Punk and what's going on with the WWE World Women's Champion. Will Rhea Ripley's title be on the line at Survivor Series? How's that going to play out? Well, we got 2 matches announced tonight for Raw, which we will be here to cover also. But for now, we are here for a Big Tyme Rant. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am the one, the only. I am the Big Tyme. You know it. And we're right here on the Big Tyme Rant on the Value Wrestling YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you taking your time out of your hectic day to join me or evening or whenever you get the chance to watch this. It's a rainy day here. Hope it's beautiful where you are. And we're here to talk over some news and other things going down in the world of professional wrestling right here on Big Tyme Rants. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Edge has done more to move himself away from the previously named Edge. He has changed his Twitter handle to Rated R Cope. Yes, Edge has changed his name to Rated R Cope on Twitter, X, whatever you're going to call it. So there you go. Some big news there, right? That's absolutely just over the top news. But in other news coming out of the world of professional wrestling, it looks like tonight on Monday Night Raw, it was announced by one Adam Pearce that we are going to see the New Day versus the Judgment Day in a tag team matchup. So I'm sure we're going to see Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Also, it was announced that the number one contender for the women's title that Rhea Ripley holds will be decided by having a battle royal for the number one contendership. So we're going to see a number one contendership battle royal for the women's title. So we will see how that plays out tonight on Monday Night Raw. Of course, me and my partner, Mr. Clark, will be here later tonight, right here on the Value Wrestling. We'll be live to review your Monday Night Raw. That'll be at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. After everything's done and over with, we will jump on here. We will review everything that happened on Raw, and we hope that you will join us. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications so when we do go live, you will be notified. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And other news, CM Punk news is continuously going back and forth, going all around. They're talking, they're not talking, they are talking, they're not talking. WWE has said when you're not talking to Punk, Punk has came out and basically made the same reference that he's not talking to WWE. Doesn't know where these rumors are coming from. But it should be very interesting to see what's going on. Is it all a big lie or is it all the truth? We don't know. We're just going to have to sit back, wait, and watch how it plays out going forward. But CM Punk keeping the news stirred up. A lot of people think that CM Punk's going to show up for Survivor Series. Other people are saying, no, it's not going to happen. I think we all need to slow down and let things progress naturally. Don't hold your expectations for CM Punk at this point to be on Survivor Series. Could he come at Royal Rumble? Is there something that could work out in the future? Maybe. But I would more bet that you're not going to see CM Punk at Survivor Series, and that's a better guess than the other because if he does show up and you don't think he's going to be there, then it's just a much better surprise, right? So let's go down that road. Let's keep it that way. Let's run with it that way because right now it does not look like Punk and WWE or any way, shape, or form are talking. The higher-ups in WWE are denying it. CM Punk seems to be denying it. People around CM Punk seem to be denying it. So the truth, well, nobody knows except CM Punk and people within WWE. There was a big rumor that Punk was going to meet with Vince McMahon. I don't think that even came to fruition. So for now, we'll just have to see what Punk has to say and what Punk will do. And until we see him in a wrestling ring, There's not much we can do about it. Just the same goes for one Will Ospreay. What is he going to do? Well, we know at Wrestle Kingdom he's going to go on into a triple threat match for what used to be the U.S. and U.K. titles. They're talking about rebringing back the New Japan Pro Wrestling Intercontinental title. We're going to have to see how that all plays out, but we know Will Ospreay will be feuding or taking on David Finlay and Jon Moxley at Wrestle Kingdom. So that should be interesting, along with Bryan Danielson taking on Okada at New Japan Pro Wrestling. But my buddy over on Spotify, one Miguel Z, our New Japan Pro Wrestling expert, is going to break that all down for you. If you're over there on Spotify, join that. Hopefully his videos will soon be updated here so you can listen along to his podcast about what's going on in the world of New Japan. But Wrestle Kingdom looking to shape up to be something very interesting, something we're tuning into. So stay tuned. Check in with Spotify, The Value Wrestling, Spotify with the New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound over there with Miguel Z. We will catch up with him probably next Sunday, and we'll get more details on what's going on with all those stories. But for now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about Tony Khan. It's Tony Khan, Oprah Winfrey of wrestling. Well, it seems like he gives a title match to anybody who asks. We know Daniel Garcia on Rampage came out and said he wanted a title match, and now he's getting a title match on Dynamite. So we're getting MJF versus Daniel Garcia in a title match. For what reason? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We also know that on Dynamite, Samoa Joe is going to take on Keith Lee for the Ring of Honor TV title. Not even on a Ring of Honor show, but on an AEW show, we are defending the Ring of Honor title in a match that should be a marquee match for a Ring of Honor show. I mean, Samoa Joe versus Keith Lee should be a Ring of Honor pay-per-view main event attraction, let alone you could put that match on any AEW pay-per-view card. But Tony Khan likes to give away great matches for free because why not? We want to see him live and for free, and then we don't have to worry about paying him. Just like at Full Gear, he's ruining that because first we said Sting and Christian Cage, not Sting, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage should not touch until they meet one-on-one, but we've seen that last week. Copeland speared Christian Cage, and that fantasy's over. So then I was like, well, at least they can build up Full Gear saying it's going to be the first time ever to see Adam, the rated R superstar, Copeland tagging up with Sting. But no, they're going to disappoint you because this Saturday on Collision, Darby Allin, Sting, and Adam Copeland are going to team up to take on the team of Lance Archer and the Righteous. Yes, Jake the Snake Roberts' new group. Last on Collision, we saw Lance Archer take down Darby Allin, but Darby Allin was able to win. We saw the Righteous come out with Jake the Snake Roberts, and we saw Darby Allin attacked after the match. This leads to a six-man tag match, which I think is pointless, dumb, and bad booking. You just brought in Lance Archer and the Righteous into this group under the fold of Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake Roberts, an original kind of mentor to one Wyndham Rotunda, better known to the wrestling world as Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt took some of what Jake Roberts had done in the past as his inspiration for his character. So a man like Jake the Snake Roberts, who could lead a group like the Righteous and Lance Archer and be a new Bray Wyatt-esque family style, they could bring a very much look and give that look to WWE or AEW. As much as the House of Black could have been something special like that, but hasn't worked out. Now Jake the Snake Roberts has the Righteous and Lance Archer and could be booked into this family that is very dark, mischievous, and give you that eerie feeling every time they come to the ring. But now they're going to go up against Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland before they go into a match at Full Gear. So you're looking at Sting, Darby Allin, and Adam Copeland and go, they can't lose this match. So the Righteous and Lance Archer are going to lose this match when they just got flawed and shouldn't be losing either. But Tony Khan books himself into a corner in stupid matches that don't make sense, that don't have enough of a storyline to really present themselves. Yes, Lance Archer attacked Darby Allin after the match thanks to the distraction by the Righteous, but this doesn't mean we need to jump into a six-man tag match with everybody. You could have done Sting and Darby Allin versus the Righteous in this match, left Adam Copeland out of it, so you could have gone into Full Gear and said, this is the first time ever you're seeing Sting and Adam Copeland tag up. But no, you're going to get that on Collision, which is sad to say. It's another opportunity that Tony Khan's thrown away, just as much as we're also getting on Dynamite. Jay White is going to take on Mark Briscoe, and that's going to be for Jay White's title match at Full Gear. Another elite match there for AEW to have that they're giving away on free TV. And we're going to look up something real quick, if it's up yet. But anyways, yeah, no, Mark Briscoe and Jay White are going to go one-on-one on Dynamite. You're going to see A match that could have been a pay-per-view quality that is going to be aired on free TV. Again, this is not what you want to see. But Tony Khan can't book it. Tony Khan can't do it right. Tony Khan just doesn't seem to have what it needs to do to be the proper booker in all of this. It seems like Tony Khan just wants to throw stuff at the wall and hope it sticks and make it work. It's like you get a match and you get a match and you get a title and you get a title shot and you get a title shot. Everybody gets a title shot. We're going to have a title shot every day of the week. Tony Khan, you wrestling too much of your championships. They don't feel important. So when you have a big pay-per-view and you want people to buy the pay-per-view or come watch the pay-per-view, they're not going to come watch it because we see the TV title or we see the AEW World title on the line all the time. Like we're getting an AEW title shot this Wednesday. Daniel Garcia is getting a title shot against MJF, and MJF doesn't even have the belt. Jay White has the belt. He's facing Mark Briscoe for his spot in the match at Full Gear. Why? Then you have every jabroni and J-Hole coming after MJF because they want a title shot. Like all of a sudden, everybody decided, we need to go after MJF and get our title shot, even though your world title don't feel important. Hell, your TNT title is rarely defended now that it's on Christian, and that feels like the most prestigious title in your company because you have booked it that way, Tony. Tony, you have failed as a booker. You want to give everything away for free. You want to give every match away for free. You gave away Omega and MJF for free. What's the point? And I can see where the Young Bucks are frustrated. Actually, give a little to the Young Bucks, who I don't have a whole high quality to, but I can see why they're frustrated. They won a match at Wrestle Dream, still haven't given their tag team match. Ricky Starks went from being in a world title picture in an event, facing guys like MJF, and he had a title match, and now he's a tag team champion with Big Bill and feels like a secondary player. That is not important. And when he walks out of your company, walks into the doors of WWE, and becomes celebrated and recognized and becomes Ricky Starks, where he gets the chance to possibly outshine The Rock and become bigger and better than he ever could imagine, that's going to be on you, Tony. And when your company goes down the drain because you want to push guys like Paul White, why does Paul White need to return to in-ring action out of the blue to team up with Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and Ibushi? Kota Ibushi. You have Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Chris Jericho in the ring with Paul White to take on possibly Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Takeshita. This is the stories you want to build. These are the matches you think are going to be great. And now you sign Ric Flair to a 2-year deal. You're going to promote his energy drink. You're going to Ric Flair possibly get back in the ring. Tony, do you pay attention to what's going on? I can't wait to see the ratings for Dynamite this week. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see the ratings for Collision this week. How did those pan out after you failed on your big announcement last week, which was just a big old flop? You were trying to sell something up a river that nobody wanted to go selling up. Tony, you can't be Oprah. You got to get the booking. You got to be a boss. I don't know what to tell you, sir. You don't know what you're doing as a booker when you're throwing away free matches, and people can cheer this, and you can say every week on Twitter that it's great and get your admiration on the social media platforms where these people go, Tony, you're so great. Tony, you're so great. It's a falsehood, Tony. You are living in a vacuum chamber. You're buying into your own egotistical ego when you're not a booker. You're not a Dusty Rhodes, baby. No, you don't fit the shoes of one Dusty Rhodes. You don't even fit the shoes of a Kevin Sullivan. You can't even match up with Vince McMahon back in his prime as a booker. You can't beat Triple H, Shawn Michaels as a booker. You want to cap on Shawn Michaels for what he presented for NXT? I won't be surprised if Shawn Michaels gets Booker of the Year because you have not booked what needed to be booked. Now, what saves you, Tony, is that your people that you put in these rings, these are great players. They know how to go out there and have great matches, how to tell great stories, and can do it a majority of the time, but you put on stuff for free. You give away bad matches. You don't even give away matches worth watching. You don't bring people back. You want to book match to match, to pay-per-view, or show to show to show, but you don't want to continue any storylines that are really great. Yes, you've got MJF and Adam Copeland. You have a little bit of a storyline there. You're trying to redevelop a storyline between Wardlow and MJF that nobody really cares about because who's Wardlow? He was gone. And you have Christian Cage playing I'm Everybody's Daddy who needs a daddy, and you lost a lot of that storyline when you let him and Adam Copeland touch. Tony, you've got to fix yourself. You're falling off the platform. You're going to kill your company before it can ever get started. And TNA, Impact, TNA is hungry, and Scott D'Amore will show you up in booking each and every week. And when you're going one-on-one against, when you're trying to go one-on-one against WWE, and then TNA next year is competing on that same level, and they're coming after you, and they're beating you in the ratings, what are you going to do, Tony? Is it going to be too late? Are you going to be the third? Are you going to be number 3 in the industry? Because that's what you're headed for. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Big Time. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to agree with my opinion. You can have your own opinion. You're welcome to drop your comments down below. Voice your opinion. It is fair game. You are welcome to voice your opinion. Say what you feel. Say what you think. You can agree. You can disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. We all have the right to our opinion, and everybody's opinion is, matters. It's just, let's do it respectfully. There's no reason to be mean, rude, or hateful to anybody. If you have an opinion, share it. If you disagree with somebody else's opinion that's been shared, don't be rude. You can say that I disagree, and this is why I disagree, and that's what this is all about, and that's what life's about, and that's how we grow. If we get with people who are different-minded, who look at things differently, and we have a conversation about how we see these things, why this is this, or why is that this, and we have that discussion, it's how we grow, because we open our minds and expand our minds to people's opinions and knowledge, and that's what's amazing, and that's what's amazing about this world of wrestling. I love this world of wrestling. If Tony Khan wasn't messing up so bad, I wouldn't be on him so bad. If Triple H was doing this, I'd be doing the same thing to Triple H. Triple H is getting through. He's doing decent. I can't wait to see what's really going to come from Triple H next. We know Kairi Sane's back in the company. Rumors that what if Mercedes Moné comes back, and what if we get the Boss back? What if Sasha Banks rejoins WWE? What if that's the future? What if Will Ospreay gets to be in WWE? A lot of questions that are coming up, a lot of things that are going to be talked about. But right now, Tony, you got to get yourself back on the right path. You used to be the alternative. You used to have an identity as AEW. We used to have faith and believe in you and that you were going to give us something. Now, we have no faith in you. We look at booking and just cringe because it's that bad. You don't know what you're doing, Tony. Help. Get the help from the minds that you have in your company to make it better. Or are you... was CM Punk the great booking god of AEW for some of that time, and we just, CM Punk knew what to do? I don't know, Tony. I wish you the best. I want you to succeed. I want AEW to succeed, because with more than one company at the top, at the pinnacle of this wrestling mountain, we get better wrestling all around. But right now, we've had a massive switch. When WWE was down and AEW was on fire, now we are reversing courses, and WWE is coming back. And last time WWE made a comeback, the other company went out of business, and I don't really want to see that for AEW. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Big Time. This is the Value of Wrestling. This is Big Tyme Rants. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Drop your comments below. If this is your first time here or you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we are putting out the best content when we can. We're bringing you new stuff. We're going to bring all types of new stuff coming out. I'm in the works on a lot of projects, just trying to get them finalized. I got to figure out which next pay-per-view I'm going to do for Flashback Wrestling next. That's something I probably should put in a poll and let people say, hey, this is what we should do. Anyways, I did WrestleMania 1 on the first one. What will be next? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm working on a lot of things, so ring that bell for notifications so you know when anything new comes up or when we go live. We will be live tonight at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time after Monday Night Raw. We and Mr. Clark will review everything that went down on Monday Night Raw. Our thoughts, was it good, was it bad, was it nah? We will discuss all that, what we see going forward. But make sure you hit that subscription button. Join the Value Wrestling family, because being part of the Value Wrestling family, subscribing and liking helps us grow in the algorithm, helps us become a growing family and something that will, I don't know. Totally lost my train of thought there. Please subscribe. We appreciate it. We appreciate everyone who does subscribe, and we can't wait to grow and get bigger and become a force within the IWC right here with the Value Wrestling podcasting. Appreciate it for being here. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to stop rambling. I guess I need to do my initial, always do it, what I always say. Till the next episode. It's time to say bye. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.